Hello and welcome to a new video review, this time about the March X 10 to 60 by 56 High Master. March rifle scopes, which have the High Master in their name, are the latest or the newest series of rifle scopes from March, and what is new are the two Super ED lens elements. So March replaced the older ED lenses with newer Super ED lenses to get an even better image quality through the scope. So with rifle scopes with High Master name, you get better resolution, very accurate colors, and even less chromatic aberration than with normal ED lenses. All March rifle scopes are made in Japan by the company Dion Optical Design, which is located in central Japan, and it was established in 2004. So they have a lot of experience building high quality rifle scopes. Rifle scope I have here has a magnification which goes from 10 all the way to 60. So it has a true 6 times zoom factor magnification. The objective lens is 56 millimeters and the outside diameter of the objective is 64 millimeters. And this is also special about March rifle scopes, which use a 34 millimeters main tube. You get the wall thickness of the entire rifle scope body of 4 millimeters, which is really a lot. So these scopes are really made to withstand the harshest abuse or the strongest recoiling calibers. So this scope can be mounted on a 50 BMG without any problem. The scope is completely made out of metal. There are no rubber parts anywhere on the scope. It is argon purged, so extreme cold environment is also not a problem for this scope, so you will get no internal fogging. And it is also completely waterproof, so I think up to 4 meters of depth it's still watertight. The scope is a bit long. It has 413 millimeters and a bit heavy. So it has 925 grams. For a scope like this, I had to say this is a bit of a downside because there are some competitions or like F-class target rifle shooting where your weight is limited to 8.2 kilos, and with such a heavy scope it is let's say a big part of the weight. Then you have to mount the mount and the rifle and you are quickly over this weight limit. The scope has a 10 years warranty, but in all the years we sell these scopes, we didn't have a single warranty issue till now, so it is very unlikely you will get some issues with March rifle scopes. This particular scope is available without or with illumination of the reticle, and if you choose with or without the illumination, also the price depends. Without the illumination, the price is 3,500 euros approximately, and with illumination approximately 3,750 euros. The reticle is positioned in the second focal plane, which is almost a must for precision long-range shooting like F-class is, because the reticle has to be very thin so you precisely see where your impacts are. So your reticle does not cover a big portion of your target. In this particular scope I have here is the 1/16 of MOA reticle inside, which is very precise or small dot for precise shooting. And what is also special about March is that they have a lot of reticles to choose from. So every person can choose the reticle he needs for his type of shooting or the reticle he prefers. There are 6 reticles available with illumination and 11 without illumination. So you have really a big selection of reticles available. All reticles which have substantion inside are in MOA, and only MTR reticles are available with illumination. The MTR5 is the only reticle with illumination which has only the center dot illuminated, and all others are completely, so entirely illuminated. Scope which has the illumination has also a auto turn off feature, so after 1 hour of continuous illumination on, the illumination goes off automatically, so you save battery life. There are 6 intensity settings and can be easily operated with push of a button on this turret here. The power goes from a single CR2032 battery, and the battery compartment is also on this turret here. But this rifle scope I have here is not illuminated, so unfortunately I cannot show you the part with the illumination. The turret here which has also the illumination. On the same turret, is also the Parallax Adjustment, as you can see here, and it goes from 10 yards all the way to infinity. And as you can see, you have really a lot of travel for the parallax, so I think almost the entire revolution. And this means you can really precisely adjust the parallax to your target, so you can really fine-tune for the perfect adjustment. On this turret here can also additional ring be mounted, which I have here. And this ring, it is then like you see here on the picture, and you see here also the part with the illumination. It looks then exactly like here. And this ring is made for field target or air rifle competition users. So you simply mount it on this parallax wheel here. Additionally, you have to purchase a small ring which goes in between this ring and a parallax wheel. And with this wheel here, when you mount this cable tie around the scope, you can write distances on this parallax wheel. So when you're in focus, so the image is sharp, you can measure your distance from the shooting perspective with this cable tie. And this is very important, that this distance is very precise for this type of shooting, like field target or air rifle competitions. Now, for this ring, I would really prefer from March that they include something a bit more high quality, because a cable tie does not really match the high quality of this scope. And yeah, I would really like to see something more of a bigger quality for this type of shooting for field target users. The eyepiece, as you can see, rotates as a whole, and the rotation is very smooth, so you can really easily and precisely adjust the eye box to your eyes. So the reticle is completely sharp to your eyes. And what is also special is that March has this counter ring, as you can see here. And what does this do is when you adjusted the eyepiece to your eyes, you can simply screw the ring to your eyepiece, make a little bit more tightly, and it is completely secure. So when you do this, there is no more possibility that you somehow change the setting of your eyepiece when you take it, let's say, out of the bag or when shooting or whatsoever. So a really nice solution, and I really like this feature. Next thing is the magnification ring. As all the parts on this scope feels very premium, so very smooth. And it goes from the smallest to the biggest magnification in approximately 180 degrees. For this scope, also a throw lever is included, which is this one here, and it is made out of plastic. So this is also a piece which does not match the high quality of the scope. I would also like to see, if not included in the box, then for additional purchase, a higher quality aluminum one. The throw lever can very easily be mounted. You just have to give it on the small throw lever which is on the magnification ring, and simply clip it here together. And like this, the throw lever is already mounted. I have to say it is very firm, so it does feel good. There is no wobbling whatsoever when you mount it, so it is very precisely made. Now the main tube, as I said, is 34 millimeters, and now for the turrets. These are tactical turrets, but there is also a rifle scope with exactly same specifications available with capped sports turrets. So you have to put the cap down and then you get to the adjustable turret. The clicks on these turrets are really nice. So you can hear they are really tactile, and also, I mean, very audible, but also very tactile. So you can really feel every single click. It does not happen that if you want to make only one click, that you accidentally make 2 or 3 clicks when you try to adjust the turret. The clicks are in 1/8 of MOA, so very precise clicks, but the lines on the turret, maybe you can see here, are in 1/4 MOA. So every second click is in between these lines. But because these lines are far from each other, you can easily see from the shooter's perspective if you are on the line or in between. Now maybe you can hear from here better. they are very audible, so you can really easily hear every single click. The turret is a multi-turn turret. It is the same with the Windage Turret, and the entire elevation adjustment, so internal elevation, is 60 MOA. So you have all in all 6 entire turns of the turret, of the elevation turret. Unfortunately, there is no turn indicator except for these lines in there, but with these lines you cannot see in which revolution you are. So if you shoot at a distance and then you let's say make a small pause and then go back shooting, it's probably better to go back to 0 and start from 0 again, so that you don't make any error of the whole revolution. The turret has also this 0 stop ring here, which is a really nice and easy to operate feature. As you can see here, you can screw it up to the turret, and like this is your 0 stop. So when the ring touches the turret, you are already set. And what is also great about this ring is that you can make your 0 stop wherever you want. If you like exactly on the 0, or you want to have a few clicks below 0, everything is possible with this ring. To secure the ring, you just have to secure these 2 screws with this included key. So it is very simple but very effective. For zeroing of your turret, it is also very easy. So when you adjust the turret, when you're on the range, let's say this is your 0, you just have to unscrew this screw on the top, this one, and simply take the turret down, adjust so that the 0 is facing forwards, push it down and screw this screw back in. Like this, you're already set. So in matter of few minutes your scope is zeroed, and also the 0 stop is also adjusted. Now for the Windage Turret, as you can hear, also the clicks here are very audible and very tactile. So as you can see, all clicks can be made you can really easily make one click without making more clicks at once. In one revolution you get 10 MOA of travel. It is the same with the elevation turret. But what I don't like on this turret is that there is no stop when you come all around. So you can easily make a whole revolution of a error. But because this is a rifle scope for F-class and not for hunting or tactical shooting, it's not a big deal. So normally you have multiple shots for zeroing in or before the shooting, so you can always check if the 0 is there where you need it. For the Windage Turret, you can see there are these small lines here, and these indicate in which revolution you currently are. Now, as you can see, there are bigger numbers which go to the left direction, But if you go to the right direction, you have to look on these smaller numbers. So it is very easy to operate, or easy visible in which direction you have to go. Zeroing is the same as on the elevation turret, also with the middle screw. Take it out, adjust the zero and screw it back in. So in a matter of seconds you are already set. Okay, I think this is all about the turrets now. Now for the optical performance, as I've mentioned before, I do think this is one of the best, if not the best, rifle scope, optically speaking, currently on the market for F-class shooting. Especially in the middle part around the reticle, it is extremely good, so the resolution is just perfect. There are not very many rifle scopes on the market which come close to the high quality of this scope here. Zoom factor is 6 times, as I said before, and the field of view at the lowest magnification, so in 10 times, is 3.4 meters at 100 meters, and on the bigger magnification, so on 60 times, it's 0.57 meters at 100 meters. There is no tunneling effect in this rifle scope, and it has a really big eye relief, so it goes from 80 to 107 millimeters, which is really a lot, so it is safe to shoot even strong recoiling calibers with this rifle scope, and yeah, you have a really lot of space, so nothing can happen. The eye box is also very generous. It is extremely good at 10 times zoom and surprisingly good at 60 times zoom. So optically speaking, I have to say it is perfect. It's really one of the best on the market. Okay, now what do you get everything in the box with this scope? First of all, this modifier disk, which simply screws in the objective. Like this. And as you can see, now you have a smaller objective diameter inside. And what does this mean? It's that it cuts incoming light by approximately 40%, depending on the light conditions. And because of that, it has a bigger depth of focus of approximately 40%, and it modifies the view of the mirage. So you see less mirage if you mount the ring inside the objective. But if this ring is, I would say, perfect only in great light conditions, if the weather is a bit darker, you will have to take it out because the image gets darker. You have less light coming through the scope, so you will notice it quite early if the conditions are not perfect. The scope comes with these protective covers, which are, I think, only for transportation. You will not need these anymore. Then flip-up covers, which are made from hard plastic, which feel actually pretty nice. Then you'll get a sunshade, a user's manual with everything you need to know about the scope, also the reticle subtensions and everything. Then some document how you should properly mount the scope without damaging or bending at the main tube or anything. The specification sheet and also the warranty card, which, as I said, most likely you will not need, because we really sold a lot of scopes and we didn't have a single warranty repair up to now. Then the zeroing tool, I mean zeroing for the zero stop tool, and a cleaning cloth. And lastly, let's talk about the short summary. First of all, the positives, or what do I like about this scope. The exceptional build quality is the first you will notice when you take the scope out of the box. Everything is really nicely machined. All the moving parts feel very smooth, really nice. The clicks are perfect. Then the big selection of reticles, I really like that, because as I said, every shooter prefers a different reticle, and like this you have a really big audience to, let's say, which can choose from the reticle they want. Yeah, the clicks, perfect in my opinion, audible, tactile, you can really feel every single click. Then optical quality, it's superb, it's really the best of the best. You get also a lot of accessories, and I really like that you have flip-ups and a sunshade included, so you don't need to purchase any additional parts when you purchase the scope. Now, where do I see some room for improvements? I really don't have anything really to say except for the turn indicator of the turrets. I really think there should be at least some lines under the turret for easier operation. But yeah, it is a F-class rifle scope, so it's not a problem if you don't see, because you have mostly time to go always from zero back up. And lastly, the weight. With 925 grams, it is a bit heavy. So if you shoot in a, let's say, F-class with target rifle, so you're limited with the weight, it could be a problem, especially with a mount you're easily over 1 kilogram. Okay, this was a short video review of the March X 10-60 by 56 High Master. If you have any additional questions, click the link below, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.